Hey, welcome to another episode of the Goalpost, and I'm joined by my compadre, Magpie Sam. What's good, dog?
Good man, how are you?
I know I'm awesome, bro. I'm awesome, dog. I'm awesome, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, and I'm awesome, bro. How about you, dog? You good?
Yeah, I'm surviving. I'm surviving. I'm doing good. Doing good.
Yeah, I know that's
Thanks.
what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. And what's up to Waterboy Wavy, man? He's always watching the channel. Big ups to him, man. For always supporting me
We,
and being
we,
consistent at it.
we should try and bring prizes for, frequent viewers.
Yeah, no, indeed, definitely, dog. That will be, yeah, it'll be. It's of course I need to first get my money right, dog. I can't just now come up with prices, but once
Subscribing
everything is
live.
sorted.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, my guy Sam, you said you wanted to ask me something, dog.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you whether you are supporting Wilder or yes, you are supporting Fury.
Hey, man,
Uh,
I am okay, and why? Of course, I need
yeah, of
to.
course, of course, of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah. This weekend is gonna be lit as far as boxing is concerned. I am a person who likes the skill side of every single sport, so
Okay.
I'm gonna support Tyson. Actually, I'm not gonna support Fury, but I think he will win this fight, and that's only because of his skill set. One thing that I've realized about Wilder is that Wilder is not good at 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 moving his feet very well. He struggles with his feet movements, and at the same
Okay.
time, when he's so used to being the one who's the aggressor, so he's always the one who's going forward. But when you peg him back, because he's got poor footwork, he struggles. And so that's what Fury did when they fought the second time they fought. He went on the attack. He was the one who was dictating the fight. And Fury and Wilder couldn't handle the movement because he's so used to going forward instead of going backwards. I'm not sure if you've seen like your skilled boxers like your Mayweather. Mayweather can do both. Mayweather
Yeah.
can come to you even against the ropes. He still knows how to get the jab in, the uppercut in. So yeah, my G, I'm leaning towards Fury, Brian, this one. And you on your end, who do you think will win?
Interesting. I'm like an Alexander Usyk fan
Yeah,
now because I genuinely think he outboxed AJ. Like that
yeah,
was beautiful boxing, bro. Like so, I'm into heavyweights that have skill because I think for a long time we've just been used to heavyweights getting a KO. So I would swing and say I'm also on your side and say I support Fury, but then I want Wilder to win because sport is a very short like thing. So
yeah,
especially in this type of sport where if you lose a match, it becomes very hard for you to get booked for proper gigs when it comes to fights. So I would like to see Wilder win because I know Fury can always have a match against AJ. It can be that Brits fight. It can be
yeah,
AJ versus Tyson, Britain, whatever. So I think they can still make money off it. But then if Wilder loses, I'm just looking
yeah.
at him and like, who is he fighting now? Chisora or White? You know,
Yeah.
so now. So yeah.
White would be an easy fight for Wilder, bro. Like I don't think White can handle Wilder, bro.
Yeah,
But I'd like to. Yeah,
those are the guys who are there at the moment. The
yeah,
heavyweight isn't really stacked. It's
yeah. It
there with
isn't.
with in terms of money. It's there with AJ. It's there with Fury. It's there with Wilder. And I don't think anyone else really brings in the
Mm,
money that those bring in. So if you're looking for a heavyweight fight that's entertaining, but has also got money value, you're looking at those three guys. And then in terms of fighting, then yeah, Alexander
yeah,
Usyk, my guy.
yeah, Yeah. I know, bro. Let's switch topics. Let's go. Let's talk about football now, bro. I'm not
Football.
sure. I'm not sure if you watched the Nations League, but
Yeah.
I watched both games. I watched the Spanish game versus your team, Italy, and it's so unfortunate that the Italians are now. At least they set the world record. I mean, they are the team that's been unbeaten for the longest. But of course, the record had to be broken. And it's crazy how Spain, I was just surprised. They play the same style of football that Pep plays, this thing of not having a number nine, false
Yeah.
nine. Yeah, Shandi's. And who's this guy? Ferran Torres, bro. Hey, his
Yeah.
goals, bro. Both of his goals were elite finishes, bro. So you can clearly see that I get why Pep actually signed for Ferran Torres, because for Spain, he's the guy who's actually playing as a false nine, and he's the one who's actually scoring the goals. And I was just impressed by them and how they contained Italy. But like Italy are a very strong team. They're very organized and they
Yeah.
play as a unit. And for them to, lose in the manner that in which they lost, and okay, they also had a red card. Bonucci got a red card, which is so uncharacteristic of him because he's
Foolish
so
for me. Yeah.
experienced. Yeah. But when on your end, in that particular game, like, what are the talking points?
Yeah.
Like,
So I'll say, to be honest, didn't watch the first half. I watched the second half. So I watched the full second half.
yeah,
But I don't know whether you said Gavi or what do
yeah,
you pronounce
Gavi.
it? Gavi.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it, bruh, but like it's
So
Gavi.
so for me, I just say Xavi. So I say Xavi because I see glimpses of Xavi there. So my
Yeah,
first talking point will be the fact that Spain have got a real player there.
mm,
Barca, they've got a real player there. That kid is good. Like, he is composed.
yeah,
I've seen him actually playing for his team, and he is a very good kid. Like, he knows how to pass the ball around. He doesn't look phased. Press comes, he knows how to pass the ball out and stuff. So for me, that's the first talking point. Obviously, Lucho is building a good team there. He's got youngsters there
yeah,
on which he can build a good team on. I'm not sure how far you can go without a proper um, person who is gunning for that position in the front. Number
yeah,
nine is a position where I think even the greatest teams, even Barcelona in its prime with
yeah,
Messi, they needed, Villa there to score. They
yeah,
needed Suarez there to score. So I'm talking about treble winning teams. So
yeah,
they needed that number nine. So Ferran Torres is doing well, and those goals were beautiful, by the way.
yeah. Well taken.
But Italy, for my view, it's like I said, red card. Bonucci gets a red card, then it becomes hard because in the previous game, Euros, Spain were supposed to win that game within normal time. They created more chances. They were dominating the midfield. So I think it was just then a continuation of the same thing. And I felt as though maybe Italy were a bit too eager to try and prove a point, whilst they've got very, very good players because, mid is very controlled there. And the type of football that they have got playing at the moment is unlike what we have seen before in the past years, where Italy would just sit and just chill. But I've got to say though as well,
Mm,
Chiesa is a very good player, bro. Like, I don't know which Premier League team has got enough money to pay, but that player is good because besides his skills, the pressing, even for the goal you saw, the pressing is just there continuously. So it's unfortunate that Italy went 2-1 down, but in my view, Italy has won 4 World Cups.
yeah,
Italy has won 2 Euros. If you look at the stats, the highest teams are The highest team has won 5, and then has won 3. So 3 Euros and 5 World Cups. So Italy are just below that. So it's just 4 World Cups and
Yeah.
2 Euros. So if we're talking about team runs that have extended upon a point of time, the run that this team has gone, and I'm talking about great teams, because winning a World Cup 5 times is huge, right?
Yeah.
So winning
Yes.
a World Cup 4 times is just as huge. So we are talking about quality teams. So if this team has gone on the longest unbeaten international run, we have to look at that team and say there's definitely something there. They won the Euros, and we saw how they won the Euros. So 2022, there's definitely something there.
Yeah, no, indeed, bro. And as well, coaching, bro. Like I always
Yeah,
say, dog. Mancini, elite
Mancini.
manager. And when you compare this current Italian squad with the '06 squad, none of these guys make it into the '06 squad that won the World Cup with your Pirlos, Tottis, Inzaghi's, Maldinis, Cannavaro, Buffon. Man, the list goes on. Luca Toni with
But
that
yeah,
squad
I
was
remember, I
better.
remember.
Yeah. You see, that
But I
squad
think,
was, yeah. Sorry.
sorry to like cut you off there, but I think
Mm,
that's what makes it great, because it's not a team that you can pick like, here's Kylian, here's Pogba, here's Karim. It's a team that doesn't really have one superstar where you can say, and they play as a team, which is what you need in a team sport. So like you were saying, Cannavaro was there, Luca Toni. You could pick players like
yeah.
and then you fill probably the rest. But here we've got a team which doesn't necessarily have someone who's a world beater. But
Yeah.
then Barella puts a shift, and
You see.
things are going. You know.
Yeah. And then speaking of Paul Pogba, Benzema, did you watch my boys, bruh? Like, hey man, like I'm a diehard French supporter, bro,
I
and
know. I
I
know.
won't lie to you. When we were 2 goals down, I was like, Deschamps out. You know what I mean? I was like, Deschamps out. And then all of a sudden, this team turns up. Yo,
Yo,
Ads
what's
FC.
up?
What's happening,
Hey,
bro?
yeah, how you doing?
Hey man, how's it going, guys?
I know we
Sorry, let me
good.
get
Good.
my camera all sorted out here.
All right, no worries, bro. So yeah, Sam, as I was saying, dog,
Yeah.
like that comeback was so impressive, bro. Like I was like blown away by the quality of football. Of course, first half Belgium were on top. They were also playing extremely well. De Bruyne had a chance to score the first goal, and Hugo Lloris pulled a world
Reese,
class
what a
save.
save.
What a
Yeah.
save, dog! That
What a
save, bro,
save.
for me, I was like, whoa, that was, and I thought De Bruyne was gonna score there and then save,
Of course.
and then of course our home yeah, who scored first for it was Carrasco, yeah, where he took a shot, and then the keeper thought he was gonna go wide. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, was gonna go, yeah, to the far right, but he actually went and shot to the
Yes.
bottom left, yeah. And then Lukaku, the
Okay,
forgotten
sorted.
son. I mean, yeah, I mean, I know you're a person who used to criticize Lukaku. Did you like Lukaku though at United?
No. When he was at United, I didn't
Yeah,
like him as much, but
yeah,
I looked at his numbers and always thought he had better numbers than everyone else.
yeah,
So football for me, sometimes it can be about, numbers, but sometimes it can be about the eye test. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, that's true. That's true, Adam. And then Adam, did you check out the game between France and Belgium?
In Belgium,
Yeah,
it was a humdinger, that's for sure. It just was going. It was like a tennis match. It was going back and forth, back and
Yeah.
forth. It was a
yeah,
great game, though, great game. But I also watched the Spain Italy game. I don't know if you guys have spoken about that. That one was great as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, true. We have already spoken about that one as well, bro. But yeah, I mean, with all these players, of course, playing in Europe, and your club right now, Adam, with the acquisition of you guys getting a new owner. I'm sure now you're looking at each and every player in the world because you guys can sign any fucking
Bro,
player you want, bro.
I mean, let's not get it twisted, guys. I could have, I
Yeah,
don't know if you guys are still keen to jump onto my stream after this, and we'll talk about it there.
yeah.
But man, it's the start of a new world, man. It's a new world.
Yeah, man, bro. And I'm sure you're excited, bro. Like, look at your smile,
I'm
bro. Like,
I'm so excited. What? But what's that? Magpie Sam? What's that name that I see
yeah.
there? Magpie Sam? Are you
Come on.
defecting? Are you moving over? Are you moving over
I've
to
always
the?
I've always been a fan, man.
Listen to
Okay,
this guy, dog.
okay.
Name me 5 players from Newcastle, bro. 5.
Yeah, go on.
Let's
I
go.
should name you 5 players from Newcastle.
5.
Who are not
Richie.
playing? Who are
Yeah.
not playing currently?
No, what do you mean one not playing currently? Come on, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
You said you've
Okay.
been a fan forever. Then give us
Yeah.
5 players from back then.
5. Yeah, from back then. Yeah.
Alan
Let's go.
Shearer,
Yeah.
Michael Owen.
Yeah.
Newcastle is easy, bro.
Come on. Come on,
Alright.
sir.
Demba Ba,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cisse,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cisse, yeah.
and the legendary keeper.
Which one?
Which one?
Forgetting his name. Man, I can name Callum Wilson, Fraser.
No, we're talking
no.
about in the past. You left
No,
the
Alright, it's fine. I'll let you go. I'll let you have 4.
Shea
Sam,
Given.
Shay Given. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, Big
Yeah.
Sam, you can have. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
You know who he
You
forgot?
pass. You pass.
You know, Adam, which player he forgot? Remember Santiago Munez, bro?
Oh, the legend.
Yeah, the
The
legend.
But
know
you see, we
Santiago
have
Munez.
a Santiago Munez now. Do you see? There's a
Yeah.
youngster that joined the club from Mexico whose name is also Santiago, but it's not Munez, it's Munoz. So it's OZ
Munoz.
instead of EZ. And literally,
Oh,
he's like living the goal dream. He's a
the
young
gold
striker
dream.
from Mexico. His name is Santiago Munoz, and he just joined Newcastle. So he's literally living the dream of goal.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, literally. Yeah, bro.
Imagine.
And Sam, bro, since of course, okay, we're not gonna go in deep with the Newcastle
Yeah.
acquisition, but for our club, Manchester United, what does this mean for us, bro? That Newcastle has new owners, bro. Like, are you worried about our team or you chilled? I know you
Ah.
only in, my G.
I'm all in. Interesting.
Yeah.
No, so I don't think this is anything bad for any club. So I've seen what funds have done for other clubs, and my only thing is, if acquisitions are done right, it doesn't necessarily mean the next club doesn't have a chance to win. I know this has happened like PSG, where money has come in and they've like won the league, like I don't know, they've just won the league there. City as well, they've won the league 3 out of the last 4 years, but that's also on coaching, but I don't have anything against money being brought into the league, and if any team deserves it, this is the team that deserves it, because
True.
Because of what we've gone through. My God.
No, besides that, if we're talking history, if we're talking games which were exciting in the league in the 90s, if we're talking, the Alan Shearer is the top goal scorer in the Premier League. He played most of his games there. So, yeah, I have nothing like against it, and I don't feel like it does anything to the other clubs. So unless and until you bring a coach who can compete against the top coaches, of course, top players come, but then you also need a coach and a system that can compete. PSG lost over the weekend. Bayern lost over the weekend. Barcelona, of course, they were playing Suarez. They lost.
Yeah.
Real Madrid lost. So,
Yeah.
things happen. So, yeah, very, very chilled.
I know that's true,
Look,
man.
I have a lot to say, but I'll save
I know.
it.
Yeah, save it. Yeah, save it, bro. It's chilled. It's chilled. Because I don't want to now ruin your stream. Because I mean, we had this discussion.
No worries, gents.
That's
Are
part
you
of the
guys
reasons.
doing the preview now?
No. We're just talking about the as
Okay.
far as the acquisition, what effect it will have for our club in particular.
For United.
I
I
can
don't know. Well, let
yeah.
me ask you guys this: when City got bought over, how did you feel then versus how do you feel now about the two clubs? When City got bought over, were you more I don't want to say concerned, or did it impact you more as United fans because it's your closest rival? Or does having a team like Newcastle getting bought over now and like, I mean, the money is on another level. Like,
course.
let's just call it what it is. The money, assuming the crown prince is going to do what he says he's going to do, and he's going to invest the type of money that Amanda Staveley says he's going to invest, it's unreal. It's like it's just unreal.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel? How does the City acquisition make you feel versus the Newcastle acquisition as United fans?
Can I go first, Sam? I know this is my channel. Yeah, but you just spoke right now. Yeah. So, bro, so with me, as far as the City acquisition is concerned, at first I wasn't worried at all, only because they had Mark Hughes as a coach. They had someone who I knew he isn't used to dealing with top ballers.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I remember when remember Sam, that 4-3 win when Michael Owen scored the winner. I actually watched that game. Like, yeah. It was
That's a legend game. Legendary game.
It was a very legendary game, you know, because that time City had, I'd say they signed Tevez. They had Tevez on the team. You know, they had Craig Bellamy. They had Stephen
Robinho.
Ireland.
They got Robinho in the same month that they got taken over. So I mean,
yeah, exactly. So for me, at first, it's because of the coach. I wasn't fearful at all. I still saw them as a team beneath us. It's only when they started getting a Mancini. That's when I was like, okay, now Mancini is someone who's won the Scudetto with Inter Milan. That was before Jose Mourinho even came to the club. So I was like, this guy has pedigree and he has a pull as a manager. So that's when I started being fearful, because now they were beginning to move like a big club. They started hiring proper coaches who are experienced and who are used to dealing with big ballers. And that's when, of course, they started signing your Balotellis. They started signing your Kun Agueros,
Aguero, De Bruyne, Villa.
You see when they got, you see when they got David Silva. That's when I was like, "Ish, okay, now this team might be a problem." And then what happened, Sam, is that we lost. Remember, we lost 6-1 at home when Mario Balotelli scored a brace. That's when I was like, okay, you know what, guys, this team is now.
Business.
Yeah, they mean business. They're not playing, you know, and it didn't even take them that long to reach that level. You know, it only took them like 2 to 3 years for them to reach that level. And so for me, it all goes down to the type of recruitment that the club does. You know, if the club, for instance, with you guys, if you guys stick with Bruce, then it's fine. You guys can come, because Bruce is not someone who I fear. But if you guys would go for like a Conte, you see, now I'll be fearful that, okay, you see, now you guys have a manager who's capable of causing damage. So yeah, I've answered my question. Yeah.
Sam?
Yeah, no, I agree with X. My only time where I became concerned and didn't like the fact that City had been taken over was the time we lost 6-1. And I looked at that and I was like, this is not our team. But I looked at Silva thriving, Dzeko thriving, and I was like, there probably is something about this team, you know. So that was the first time. But again, it takes time. City was taken over in 2008, I think, and then only won their first title in 2012. So Well, 2008, 2009 season was the first season they were under new, ownership,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they won their first title 2011, 2012, and they won it by the slimmest of, margins. Last minute,
There you go. Last day, Aquara. How can you
no,
ever forget that? Yeah.
no one needs reminding.
And then you had the United fans just waiting at Sunderland, be like, "Did we win it?
Dude,
Did
that was
did we
painful
win it?"
though.
So,
That was a
so in
painful
my
one.
view, I look
Yeah.
at PSG now with
Yeah.
the new money. I look at Blanc. I look at Ancelotti. I look at Thomas Tuchel, and I look at now the current manager. So sometimes it takes time, not only because of the players, but sometimes you need to change the actual person who is leading the actual team.
Yeah.
So, but what you know is in these days, money almost gives you a chance of winning something. So
True.
that's the only thing that I'm just fearful of. But to answer your question, when Man City was taken over, I had a shit feeling because, again, Aston Villa can be taken over today. I'll be fine because I think Aston Villa, Newcastle, there's certain teams where I was growing up that were there and almost there that I feel like then deserve the next step, you know. And when I was growing up, City was nowhere, so I didn't believe they deserved shit.
Yeah.
It's you're right. When we were watching football back when we all started, I mean, we all started. If I mean, assuming we're all, how old are you, Sam? I don't know if you want to reveal that live on air.
Uh, I'm 31.
31. So we're all the same age basically. X,
Yeah,
what are you? You are?
I'm 29.
She's 29. Okay. So
Yeah,
X is a
we're pretty much.
91, I'm a 1990, and Sam's a 1990 as well. So
Yeah.
we all started watching football around the same time. Like I
Yeah.
started really getting into it when I was like maybe 10, 11 years old. I think that's when I like really started getting into it. And when I think of City back then, I mean they had Sean Gota, Willow Flood,
Yeah.
Richard Dunn, like these
Oh,
Joey Barton, when Joey Barton started, like
yeah.
City when like nothing special.
yeah,
You know what I mean? They didn't
Yeah.
have the legacy. They didn't have the history. I think Kevin Keegan was their manager when I started watching City play. So when they
Yeah.
all of a sudden got bought over by the Saudis, I was like by the Qataris or the UAEs. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're
you,
Qatari owners. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's Qatari. Yeah.
Yeah, I also I was the same as you, Sam. I was like, these are like what made Manchester City that so attractive to them, apart from the fact that they
yeah,
were in Manchester, apart from maybe it was like because they were Manchester's rivals or whatever. I don't know
probably.
what made them so attractive to buy, but yeah, I'm happy with what you guys said. I think it's I mean we'll chat a lot more about it, I'm sure,
Yeah.
but like as a Newcastle fan, you know, if I'm actually speaking as someone who's not a Newcastle fan, so if I was like a Manchester United fan, I would look at this acquisition and be like, this is something good for the league, but it's also something it'll you're gonna have to look over your shoulder a little bit harder now because now it's no longer a big six, it's potentially a big seven now.
Mm-hmm. That is so true, bro. And yeah, guys, like for me, like the aim was of course to shoot like a 30-minute episode on my end, and I see we pretty much almost done. So like thank you so much guys for availing yourselves. Of course we will hop onto your channel just
Yo,
now,
yeah.
Adam, and then of course have a proper discussion as to what to expect from your club. But yeah,
Cool.
man, congratulations, bro. Like, like as
Don't
Sam has
congratulate me
mentioned,
yet. Don't congratulate me yet,
it
bro.
is. It is.
Brucey
It's in
Ball is
advance.
still in effect as it currently
Well,
stands. As
well, the
it
thing is
currently
that,
stands, we are still second bottom of the league. I'm still worried
but
about relegation, but
dude,
we'll
the
see.
future is bright though. I mean,
I
it's
hope so.
bright. The future is hella bright. I mean, you guys have ridiculous money, bro. Like you guys can you can splurge, bro. You can go on a shopping spree with ease, you know. So for me,
Don't
and
tempt me,
then
bro.
as and as Sam has mentioned, for me, I just think your club is very deserving. Your stadium is the second largest football stadium in England, St. James's Park. And you guys fill up that stadium with ease, unlike the blue side of Manchester, who can't even fucking fill it up, you know. So yeah, for me, as a United supporter, like I'm welcoming the challenge. You know, I have nothing against Newcastle United. I have mad respect for the club, and you know, we will see how things pan out. You know, hopefully we also get our act together and fire someone. You know, I don't want to say his name, but yeah,
Here we
once
go
that
again.
happens, yeah, but once that happens, then I at least I'll have a bit of faith. You know, so yeah, guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel.
Yep.
This is the goalpost, and we are. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.